The career of Frank the Crow Crossetti spanned for the year Babe Ruth called his shot in the 1932 World Series until the year Mickey Mantle hit his last home run in 1968. He was one of 3 Italian baseball players from the San Francisco Bay Area, along with Tony Lazzeri and Joe DiMaggio, that were Italians who left their marks on the Yankee dynasties of the 1920s, 1930s. And like Joe DiMaggio, he played with the San Francisco Seals in San Francisco in the PCL. Crossetti was a consummate professional, a sure-handed fielder who also could come up with ways to get on base. He was good at getting hit by pitch balls and drawing walks. One writer put it, he was the most annoying 245 hitter that baseball ever had. Rogers Hornsby said without him they wouldn't have a chance. He's a great player. He's about the only one on the club who does any hollering. In February of 1936, Tony Lazzeri and Frank Crossetti took the rookie Joe DiMaggio on a cross-country drive from San Francisco to St. Petersburg, Florida for spring training. The car was eerily silent for most of those 3 days of the trip. Crossetti and Lazzeri had taken turns behind the wheel, and toward the end of the trip, Lazzeri suggested let the kid drive. And only then did they realize that the young Joe DiMaggio revealed that he didn't know how to drive. While with the San Francisco Seals, Frank Crossetti mastered a hidden ball trick where the shape of an old glove with a large hole above his wrist strap allowed Crossetti to pretend to flip the ball to the pitcher and then quickly slip his left hand through the hole and pull the ball inside. The pitcher would fiddle around with a rosin bag, and Crossetti would ask the base runner to clean the dirt from the base and then tag him out when he stepped off. In the 1938 season, he led the league with 27 stolen bases. He had 35 doubles, and he turned 120 double plays, which also set a record for shortstops. And in the World Series, he hit a home run off Dizzy Dean in a 10-pitch at bat with 2 outs in the 8th inning to provide the decisive margin of victory. Today, he and the Yankees will begin a best-of-3 series with the 1945 Cleveland Buckeyes. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian with game number 103 of the All-Time Greats Tournament. This game between the 1945 Cleveland Buckeyes and the 1938 New York Yankees. The Cleveland Buckeyes took out the G-men of the Detroit Tigers, Gosselin, Greenberg, and Gehringer in round 1. They beat them 2-0. And then the Yankees in round 1, they defeated the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies of Grover, Cleveland, Alexander, and they took that series 2-1. We've had the starting lineups introduced. Spud Chandler is ready to throw the first pitch. Grade C pitcher, Z modifier. We're going with straight basic Apba all the way. Willie Gray steps in, Bucks. Let's play ball. 5-3 is a 16, and the Yankees are fielding column 1. That's going to be a fly ball to Joe DiMaggio in center field, 1 away. Here's first baseman Archie Ware. 24 is another fly ball to Joe D in center. He measures it and makes the catch. And now Avelino Canizares of the Cleveland Buckeyes. He's a shortstop. 45 is a walk Canizares goes to first. He is a fast runner. There are 2 outs. And here, speaking of fast runners, here is Sam the Jet Jethro. He is very fast. He led the Negro Leagues in stolen bases. In 1945, he raced the Olympic champion. His name was Barney Ewell, and defeated him in 1949 in a race. So he had world-class speed. Here is Sam the Jet Jethro. 22 is a hit, column, roll for Jethro. And 56 is a double. That's going to score Canizares on the RBI 2 bagger by Sam Jethro. 1-0 Cleveland. Parnell Woods. He is a third baseman. Parnell Woods was the manager, but now Quincy Troop is, in 1945, Quincy Troop became the manager of the Buckeyes. Parnell Woods was the manager. He's now the captain of the team. Here's the pitch to Parnell Woods. He has some power. 6-6 roll. That's a hit, column, roll for Parnell Woods. And 44 is going to be a triple to deep center field, scoring Jethro, and it's 2-0 Cleveland. Buddy Armour. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, Red Wolf. He's got it, throws across the diamond. And that's the end of the inning, but the Buckeyes score twice on a double and a triple. Yankees are come to bat. Eugene Bremer is on the mound for the Buckeyes. He features no windup, and he has an overhand curve. Frank Corsetti steps in the box. Here's the pitch to the Crow. 25 is going to be a base hit for Frankie the Crow Corsetti to lead off the Yankee bottom of the first. Average speed at first. Here is Red Wolf. 1-3 is a 2 balls and no strikes. Bremer has the Z modifier. 55 is a base hit to right field. Corsetti will go to third. And New York has runners on the corners with nobody out. Here is Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio is in his, well, was a rookie in 36, so he's in his third year. First and third. No outs. The Buckeyes will play the infield back. Here's the pitch to the Yankee Clipper. 46 is 26. That's going to be a fielding column 2. 4-6-3 double play. Corsetti scores. And the Yankees are on the board. It's 2-1 and the bases are clear. That brings up Lou Gehrig, who in 1938 began showing signs, earliest signs of his being sick. He hit .295 with 29 home runs. A lot of the fly balls he hit would normally in his career be home runs. Here's the pitch to the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. 63 is a swing and miss, strike 3. That ends the first. Cleveland 2, New York 1. Johnny Cowan, a light-hitting second baseman, leads off for the Buckeyes in the top of the 2. 26 is a ground ball to second base. Joe Gordon has it, throws the first. 1 out. Catcher Earl Ashby. 63 is a swing and miss for strike 3. 2 quick outs, and now the pitcher, Eugene Bremer. 24 is a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-1 Buckeyes. Catcher Bill Dickey will lead off the bottom of the second for New York. He is 4 for 10 in the series. He has 2 home runs in the tournament. Here's the pitch to Dickey. 1-5 is going to be a fly ball to center field. Sam the Jet Jethro runs it down and makes the catch. Here's Tommy Heinrich. 56 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Bremer. And now Joe Gordon, rookie, hit 25 home runs as a second baseman in 1938. 62 is a 22. That's going to be an error. Nope, that's going to be an out. 3-1 ground out. Ending the second. We go to the top of the third. Cleveland 2, New York 1. Willie Grace will lead off for the Buckeyes in the top of the third. He is 2 for 11 in the tournament. 31 is a walk to Willie Grace. And with that free pass, he's average speed at first. Archie Ware, the first baseman. Slick fielding, first baseman, hit 295 in 1945 for the Buckeyes. Didn't have a lot of power. Here's the pitch to Archie Ware. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground out to Corsetti, who flips to Gordon to retire Grace. So now Archie Ware, a fast runner, is the runner at first. One down, and Avelino Canizares from Cuba, from Havana, Cuba. This was the only year he played in the Negro National League. Played very well. Here's the pitch to Canizares. Is also a ground ball to Corsetti. That's going to be a fielder's choice. 6-4. Sam Jethro. 1945, Sam Jethro and Jackie Robinson and another Negro League star, I think his name was Williams, but I'm not sure, was invited to a quote-unquote tryout at Fenway Park, but it was all staged and none of them were signed in 1945. Here's the pitch to Jethro. When he did get signed with the Braves, he was the Rookie of the Year in the National League. 66 is a hit column roll for Sam the Jet. And 13 is a triple along the right field line. Scoring Canizares, and it's 3-1 Cleveland. He can not only run, but he could also hit in 1938. Jethro hit, 1945, he hit 393 in the Negro National League play. All right, here is cleanup hitter, Parnell Woods. There's 2 outs. Yankees now trail by 2. Here's the pitch to Woods. 25 is an 11. That's going to be a single to center. Scoring Jethro. That makes the score 4-1 Cleveland. And he could steal in the next pitch. Buddy Armour is the hitter. Dickey is a 1 through 9, or is the 9 defender. That's 11 through 26. He'll be out. He's going to try to steal. Here's the throw from Dickey. 35, he will be safe at second base. Stolen base. There are 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Buddy Armour. 23 is a 26. That's going to be a ground ball to second base, taken by Joe Gordon. He throws to first. 3 outs. But the Buckeyes get 2 more runs. We go to the bottom of the third. Cleveland 4 and New York 1. George Selkirk leads off for the Yankees. Now 3 runs down. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field that's taken by Buddy Armour. 1 down. Now the pitcher, Spud Chandler. 23 is a ground ball back to Bremer. He's got it. Flips to first. 2 away. Frankie Crosetti, who led off the game with a single and scored in the first. 62 is a 39. That's going to be strike one. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Crosetti. And 55 is a triple for Frank Crosetti. There's 2 outs. Red Wolf is a hitter. Crosetti's teammate, Lou Gehrig, one of his side hobbies in baseball was stealing home. He did it 15 times in his career. Here is Red Wolf. Pitch to Red Wolf. Infield court back. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-3. That ends the threat. We go to the fourth. 4-1 Cleveland. Spud Chandler returns to the mound for the fourth inning. It's been a struggle for him today, but overall in his career, he never had a losing season pitching for the Yankees. His record was 109-43 with a 2.84 lifetime earned run average. Here's a pitch to light hitting Johnny Cowan. 1-3 is a walk. And that's how the third inning started, with a free pass for Cleveland. Earl Ashby, the catcher. 64 is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second time Ashby is struck out. Here is Eugene Bremer, a strikeout victim himself, his first time out. 61 is a ground ball to Crosetti, who flips to Gordon, throw to Gehrig at first. 6-4-3 double play. Takes us to the bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Cleveland. Joe DiMaggio will lead off the last of the fourth. He's struggling in the tournament. He's only 1-for-11 with a double. Here's the pitch to Joe D. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop taken by Canizares. Throws the first, and the Yankee Clipper is retired. Here is Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig's having a decent tournament. He is 3-for-11 with a homer, triple, and double, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Iron Horse. 1-6 is a ground ball to Canizares. And like Joe DiMaggio, he rolls out the shortstop. That's 2 outs. Catcher Bill Dickey. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. So with three ground outs, the Yankees go in order for the top of the fifth, 4-1 Cleveland. It's the top of the Buckeye order. Willie Grace leads off for Cleveland. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Willie Grace. 1-2 is a single. And the last 3 innings, the Buckeyes have put their leadoff hitter on base. Here's Archie Ware. 13 is a 37. That's going to be a runner caught off first, picked off. 1-3. So Grace goes back to the dugout, 1 down. Next pitch to Ware is a 56. That's a pop-up to the shortstop, Frank Crosetti. 2 outs. And now Avelino Canizares from Cuba. Walked and reached by a fielder's choice. 13 is a walk. Fast runner. Sam Jethro, who has doubled and tripled and driven in 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Jethro. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ground ball to Red Wolf at third. Throws over to first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 4-1 Cleveland. In the fifth for New York, it'll be Heinrich, Gordon, and Selkirk. 6-5 is going to be a pop-up to the catcher. One out. I'm using the 2011 book for Apba today. Joe Gordon. As he grew up, his mother taught him how to play the violin, and so he played football and baseball and in the orchestra at the University of Oregon. Joe Gordon. 45 draws a walk, and the asterisk means that he can steal second on the next pitch. Ashby's a 6, so he's going to do that. 11 through 13, he'll be safe. Or he'll be out 11 through 13. 32, he is easily safe at second base. Stolen base for Joe Gordon. Scoring position with 1 out, and Twinkle Toe Selkirk is the hitter. When he first came up with the Yankees, he got booed because they gave him the number 3 Babe Ruth number. And when the fans saw number 3 coming up to the plate, not on Babe Ruth, they booed. Here's the pitch to Selkirk. 62 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. And now the pitcher, Spud Chandler. 25 is a 9. That's going to be a single, and that will score Gordon. The pitcher knocks in the Yankees' second run of the game. It's now 42 Cleveland, and Frank Rossetti, the top of the order, comes up. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. That'll end the inning, but the Yankees score once, go to the top of the 6th, Cleveland 4, New York 2. All right, the Buckeyes captain, Parnell Woods, steps into the batter's box. He has tripled and singled in this game. Here's the pitch to Parnell Woods. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Parnell Woods. 1-4 is a 11. That's going to be a single. And he can steal on the next pitch with the 11. Buddy Armour is the batter. And there goes Woods. 6-5 is going to be safe. 11 through 26, he'd be out. And 6-5 is not a throwing error. 6-6 would be a throwing error. So Woods is at second, no outs. Buddy Armour will swing away because the 2 hitters following him don't have high averages. Here's a stretch in the pitch from Chandler. 43 is a 29. That's going to be a ground ball to Lou Gehrig at first base. Flips to Chandler covering. Woods goes to third. 1 out. Now all Johnny Cowan needs to do is get a fly ball. They can add to the lead. Infield's going to play in for the Yankees. Here's the pitch from Chandler. 1-5 is a 10. That's going to be a single to right field. And the runner steals on the third pitch. RBI single for Cowan. He will try to steal. 32, he is safe. So 5-2 Cleveland. And here is Ashby, the catcher. Earl Ashby. 4-2 is a 38. That's going to be a single. Line drive hits the pitcher. Runner goes to third. And the pitcher can't play for the next 7 games. So first and third Cleveland. And that's going to be it for Spud Chandler. The new Yankee pitcher will be Bump Hadley. Runners on first and third. With 1 away. The Yankees are going to play infield back now, hope for a double play. The pitcher, Eugene Bremer, is the batter. 53 is a 21. That's going to be a ball. The catcher throws wild to third. The runner scores, and the other goes to second. So an errant throw trying to get Cowan napping at third makes the score 6-2 Cleveland. Catcher Ashby is at second. He is a slow runner. They're going to play it safe with him. So the infield is not playing in now. They play at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Brummer. 51 is a 9 against the C. That's going to be a ground out to Gehrig at first. Steps on first unassisted. Ashby goes to third. There's 2 outs. Here's Willie Grace. 1 for 2. 43 is going to finish at the inning. 29 is a ground out to the pitcher, Hadley. But the Buckeyes add 2 runs to their lead, and it's 6-2 going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Wolf will lead off the last of the 6th for the Yankees. From 1937 through 39, Red Wolf was a Sporting News All-Star. Here's the pitch to Red Wolf. 22 is going to be a single. And the Yankees have the leadoff runner on for Joe DiMaggio. Bit of a slump for Joe D. '21 is a fly ball to left field. 1 out. Lou Gehrig. '26 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Lou Gehrig has struck out twice today. Bill Dickey, the Yankee catcher. And 23 is a ground ball to the pitcher who throws over to first for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Cleveland 6 and New York 2. Archie Ware will lead off the top of the 7th inning for the Buckeyes. Contact hitter. 25 is a 8 against the C. That's going to be a base hit for Archie Ware. Fast runner at first. Here is Canizares. Canizares is 0 for 1 today, but he is, let's see, he's 2 for 8 in the tournament with a triple. Here's the pitch to Canizares. 6-1. 23 is an error. 23 was a runner out stealing and ejected. All right, I always give, when I play basic Apba, I give the catcher a chance to throw the runner out. If Dickey throws him out, he'll be ejected. If not, he'll be safe and not argue. Here's a throw from Dickey. He is thrown out, and that's going to be let's see, 1, 2, 4. Joe Gordon makes the tag, and he'll be ejected from the game, so we'll need to get a new first baseman. Canizares is still up, and bases are now clear. 32 is a ground ball to Joe Gordon at second base. 4-3, 2 outs. And here is Sam Jethro. 56 is a 22. That's going to be a ground ball to Lou Gehrig at first, who flips to Hadley covering. 3-1. That's the end of the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cleveland 6 and New York Yankees 2. All right, with the ejection of Archie Ware, who is normally mild-mannered, even-tempered, but apparently not today. He's ejected with that move. Willie Grace will go to first base, and Quincy Troop will come in and play right field and hit in Ware's spot second in the order. Eugene Brummer is in his point of weakness inning. This is the 7th inning. 3 bad things happened to him. From here, his grade will go down. And Tommy Heinrich steps into the box for the Yankees. In the last of the 7th, they trail by 4. 61 is a 40. That's a foul ball. Strike one to Tommy Heinrich. 64 is a base on balls. Yankees only have 5 hits today. They've got a couple of walks. Joe Gordon. The rookie has some power. He had 25 home runs in 1938. Here's the pitch to Joe Gordon. 5-5 is a 8 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a ground out to third base. Taken by Parnell Woods. He throws to first. Gordon's the first out. Heinrich goes to the second. George Selkirk. 44 is a 8. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. 1-3. Sends Heinrich to third. And Bump Hanley is the scheduled hitter. Timeout. Jake Powell pitch hit for the pitcher. 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Bremer. 26 is a 26 result. And that is a ground out to second base. That ends the inning. Yankees don't score. We go to the top of the 8th. 6-2 Cleveland. Coming on the pitch for New York is John Grandma Murphy. He is a grade C pitcher, no modifiers. And Parnell Woods will lead off for the Buckeyes. He has tripled and singled twice. Stole 2 bases and drove in a run. 1-3 is a 22. That's going to be a ground ball to Lou Gehrig for the first out. 1 away. Buddy Armour. 62 is a fly ball to right field, taken by Tommy Heinrich. That's 2 outs. And now Johnny Cowan, light hitting second baseman, who wasn't light hitting in the 6th. He had a run scoring single, stole the base. 46 is a ground ball to Red Rolf at third. 3 outs. We go to the last of the 8th. Yankees have only 6 outs to work with, and they're 4 runs down. Frank the Crow Crosetti will lead off for New York in the last of the 8th. He's 3 for 12 in the tournament. Here's the pitch to Crosetti. 55 is a fly ball to center field, and he is the first out. There's only 1 mark against his fatigue. That would have been a single if he was a C. Here is Red Wolf. 44 is a 7. That's going to be a base hit. Wolf is 3 for 4 on the day. Here is Joe DiMaggio looking to get untracked in this tournament. He had a 61-game hitting streak when he was with the San Francisco Seals, the Pacific Coast League. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and DiMaggio just can't get it going. That ends the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Cleveland Buckeyes 6 and the New York Yankees 2. Earl Ashby will lead off the 9th for Cleveland. New pitcher for New York is Joe Vance, grade D pitcher, no modifiers. 25 is a single for Earl Ashby. Here's the pitcher, Bremer. He will square around the sacrifice. 36 is a 33. That's going to be fielded by the pitcher, Vance. He goes to second and retires Ashby. 1-6, so it turns out to be a fielder's choice on the bunt. Now Bremer's the runner at first. Willie Grace. 35 is a 32. That's going to be a fly out to right field. 2 down. And here is Quincy Troop, who came into the game when Archie Ware was ejected, arguing a stolen base call at second base. 55 is a single for the player-manager Quincy Troop. So Bremer goes to second. Actually, with 2 outs, he goes to third. So first and third, Cleveland. And here is Canizares, the shortstop. First and third, 2 outs. Canizares hits for a good average. Here's the pitch to Canizares. The infield's back. 56 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That ends the threat in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Cleveland 6 and New York 2. Lou Gehrig will lead off for the Yankees. Swinging from the left side. Here's the pitch to Eugene Bremer. 3-3 roll. That's going to be a double over first base. Gehrig settles in the second in scoring position. And nobody out. That is going to lower Bremer's grade to a grade C. Frank Carswell gets up in the Buckeye bullpen. Bill Dickey comes to bat for New York. Bill Dickey hit over 300 plus, 11 seasons for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Bill Dickey. 42 is a base on balls. Yankees need base runners. That brings up Tommy Heinrich, left-handed hitter. Carswell still throwing in the bullpen. Excuse me, he is a right-handed pitcher. So if I bring him in, he won't get the bump up here. He wouldn't get the bump up until Joe Gordon comes to bat. Gordon being a right-handed hitter. First and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Tommy Heinrich. 61 is a 40. That's going to be an error on the second baseman for Cleveland. That's Johnny Cowan. And that will load the bases. That will get the tying run to the plate. That's Joe Gordon. And Cleveland calls timeout. He's a grade. Frank Carswell will be brought in to pitch for Cleveland. He's a grade C-YZ pitcher. And Flash Gordon comes to bat for New York. Here's the pitch to Gordon. Nobody out. He represents the tie and run. 1-2. That's just missed a 1-1 roll. 1-2 is a 25. And that is going to be a double play. Pitcher to catcher to first. So 1, 2, 3 double play. That puts out Gehrig at home. Dickey goes to third, and Heinrich goes to second. 2 outs. Huge double play by Frank Carswell. Because now the tying run is not up, and George Selkirk is the hitter. Second and third, 2 outs. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Canizares has it, throws to first. That's the 3rd out. And that ends the ball game. The final score, the Cleveland Buckeyes 6 and the New York Yankees 2. We'll be back with a wrap-up. The Cleveland Buckeyes come into Yankee Stadium and they walk away with a victory to go up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series over the 38 Yankees. Cleveland scored 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Yankees scored 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The player of the game was Sam the Jet Jethro, Cleveland's center fielder. He doubled and tripled and drove in 2 runs and scored 2 runs to lead the way for the Cleveland Buckeyes. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thanks for watching. Good day and God bless.